Hello, welcome to Local Whites. I'm Sean. Today we're going to touch on some transfer news. But first, I just want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed. I finally got to 200. It's been a slog, but it's much appreciated. I'm getting a lot of views on my videos. Please hit the like button if you can. Also subscribe for free. I'm getting a lot of views, which is really good, but please subscribe. I don't normally ask, but it just really helps the channel. And it just gives me a bit more confidence knowing that you're wanting to watch me. And so please do that. First, I just want to touch on the Content Creators Cup. And there we are. That's me. If you want to come see me blowing out of my ass, because I'm not the fittest of people, or you want to go watch any of your top content creators, you just Joe going to be there. Joe Blackburn, obviously sorting this out. Please get over. 20th of July, John Charles Centre, 1 p.m. kickoff. The website's there. I will put the link in on this video, www.leedscreatorcup.com for your tickets. £7 for adults, £3 for kids. Come down, support us. We've got a lot of interest at the minute, so get them tickets as quick as you can. It's in aid of this prostate cancer. Cancer affects everybody in every walk of life. So, and it's always touched someone somewhere somehow. Please come support us. It would be much appreciated. Okay, let's get into it. The first player I want to touch on is this guy here, Chrysanthus Uche. Now, striker from Getafe. I'll just read the article. Bear with me. So reports coming out. According to reporter Jose Palacios of Spanish radio network SER, Leeds and Brentford are interested in pricing Uche from La Liga. He was a regular fixture for Getafe last season. Excuse me again. Scoring 4 goals and registering 7 assists in all competitions. Clubs in France and Italy are believed to be interested front of the queue. The 22-year-old reportedly has a £25 million release clause, which Getafe would be willing to lower if an agreement can be reached. So the bottom part of this, I've actually had to translate from the actual article, so it might get a bit confusing. It doesn't sometimes. Although at the first glance, €25 million that makes up the clause can scare any suitor. The truth is that Getafe do not want to put too many problems on Uche, who has shown that he is someone to be reckoned with. Not surprisingly, it should be noted that the entity has promised that the starting price will be reduced, all with the aim of being able to reach an agreement for someone who just wants to continue growing on the pitch. So that for me means he'd like to leave. I think he wants to progress with his career. Now, looking at him, and I had a quick glance at him, he's not the most prolific. 4 goals, 6 assists, 33 appearances. But let's look into this. He's very highly rated, but he wasn't always a striker. At his previous club, AD Quetta, he did actually play as a defensive midfielder and a centre midfielder. It's only since he's gone to Getafe that they've moved him up into that striker role. He did play parts this season as an attacking midfielder, but they've now pushed him to be more of an attacker as a striker. So it's a role he's learning. He's actually played 19 times as a striker for Getafe this season. 3 goals, 3 assists. Again, it's not prolific, but he is learning, and he's highly rated. So he's really impressing in what he's doing as a striker. For me, €25 million, way too much for this guy. Way too much. 6'3". I like the size of him. 1 appearance for Nigeria. Good age, 22. Is he better than Matteo Joseph? Possibly. I like the type of player and the profile of the player. If Joseph were to go out on loan, I wouldn't mind getting this guy in. But for that price, it'd be way too much. It would have to come down significantly for me to get this player in. I mean, obviously, Leeds would have scouted him if they like the look of him, and again, he's like I say, he's highly rated. Then, listen, if he comes in, it's a good signing. It definitely is a good signing. Another one moves straight on is this guy here, Igor Paixao from Feyenoord. What a signing this would be! Massive player, left winger. Can play in the central areas as an attacking midfielder or a striker. 5'6", 24-year-old, great age, right-footed, very right-footed. Unlike Uche, he's great with his both feet and his head, but very right-footed is Paixao. Valued around 13 million, but I think he's got a release clause or a price tag or a release clause for around 40 million. Which is a lot of money. 16 goals, 10 assists. I'll read the article right quickly. Ellen Road Recruitment Chiefs are already hard at work with their quest to strengthen Leeds United's first team squad ahead of the Premier League. Reports in France say the Whites have inquired about the availability of Feyenoord winger Igor Paixao. Marseille, Brighton and Napoli are also interested in signing an attacker. Paixao started for Feyenoord during the 24-25 campaign, 16 goals, 10 assists in 34 league outings. Reports claim Paixao is valued at 40 million euros, 33.8 pounds. The Brazilian is contracted to Feyenoord until the summer of 2029, so he's got a big contract there. It is still believed Marseille are big admirers, but have yet to submit a formal offer for the player. Obviously playing in the Champions League next season, which is very attractive for any player. But they're wanting to replace the Inter Milan bound Luis Enrique. Capable of playing on the left flank or through the middle, like I've just touched on. It could be a potential transfer alternative for United if they fail to lure Man or Solomon back to Ellen Road. Right, okay. This for me, it would be a star signing. He's very much the Solomon mould. Scored a lot, like I said, 16 goals, 10 assists, but it's a lot cutting in from that left-hand side and curling it in with his right foot. Great long-range strike. Scored a lot of goals from long range. Great shot on him. The fact, though, that Marseille were interested who can offer Champions League football, it was appealing for any footballer. And again, this is going back to us struggling to attract these top players as a newly promoted Premier League side. It would be the star signing. I'd have him over Solomon, definitely. The price, 30 odd million. We have the money to spend. Do we want to put a massive chunk down for a player at this moment in time? I'm not so sure. If we get Solomon for 15 for half the price, again, I don't know. It's exciting. If we could get this over the line, it would be a fantastic signing. Definitely. Moving on to this guy, David Selka. Now, I like the profile of this guy, striker from Hamburg. I will read the article. Leeds United are reportedly be among the clubs to have expressed interest in signing prolific frontman David Selke. The 30-year-old recently helped Hamburg seal promotion to the Bundesliga, weighing in with 22 goals over the course of the campaign. His exploits do not appear to have gone unnoticed, with Leeds, West Ham and Fulham believed to have taken interest. RB Leipzig, one of Selke's former clubs, are also thought to be keen and in pole position to sign him as a free agent if he leaves Hamburg. Okay, I like this player. He's experienced. Again, 6'4", experienced, right-footed, free transfer, German, 29 goals in 31 matches, 22 starts as well. But what I do like about him is the goal scoring he can do with his head. He scored 11 goals with his head last season. 9 goals with his right foot, 2 with his left foot. 4 from corners, so it'd be great for set pieces, which something we massively lack. He doesn't create; he's just a goal scorer, predominantly a goal scorer. Aerial duels, he wins a lot of aerial duels. 65.4% of his aerial duels he wins. He's big, strong, and again that aerial threat. Would I take him? Yes, if there's nobody better out there. Oh, there probably is. The fact he's free is also appealing. I mean, could you see Paixao, Selka, and Uche as the 3 strikers for Leeds United? It wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad. That's replacing Bamford straight away. It wouldn't be bad. I definitely wouldn't be against that signing. And again, it's a nice profile I want. Big, strong attacker, and it goes great with his head. And if listen, we watch these YouTube clips of all the players, but some of the goals he's scored with his head, fantastic. And you've got a Mano Solomon out there, or the Paixao, who's creating those chances, crossing them balls in the inch per. Especially Solomon, we saw it last season when he puts them balls into the inch, they're inch perfect. And a player like Selka would thrive with a Mano Solomon crossing in for him. So that would be really exciting. I want to watch. Again, if you've liked what you've seen, please like, please subscribe, and again, don't forget about the Content Creator Cup. It's really important that we get some good numbers there watching us. It'd be really nice to see some of you as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Ciao.